Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Agency Success GPS podcast. In today's episode, I am interviewing a really good friend of mine, Cory Snyder. He helped to build the partner channel at Infusionsoft and did such a great job that he was wooed away over to ActiveCampaign about a year before they got a $100 million influx of capital, venture capitalist money from Goldman Sachs. So Cory is over at ActiveCampaign right now, building out the global partner presence for them. Cory and I go way back, man. He was my original Infusionsoft sales rep 12 years ago. The guy is an absolute rock star. And so when he's talking about how to build out partners and partner channels for your agency, he's definitely somebody I listen to, and I would definitely recommend that you listen to him as well. I hope you enjoy the episode.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of my podcast, Agency Success GPS. Today, I have a good friend of mine, Cory Snyder, on. And Cory, say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
And today, we're going to talk about how to explode your agency with partners, specifically referral partners. Cory Snyder here is what's your official title, dude? I don't know I've known you forever. Huh?
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's changed over time, but director over channel basically at ActiveCampaign. So I own the entire channel organization for partnerships for ActiveCampaign.
So you're the big boss man when it comes to all partner things for ActiveCampaign.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Okay. And as you know, Cory, I built my agency on the back of referral partners, right? And niched out services, my first one, right? Okay. We focused all of our efforts. I didn't realize it at the time it was a niche. I was a little naive on that whole thing, right? That's naive about a lot of stuff. And be nice, Cory. Be nice, okay. But we actually had a niched out CRM skill set, niched out agency. We also had products in there when we were selling the Harrelson, the real estate and all that stuff right there.
Yep.
Some insider baseball talk right there, I guess. But I built my agency on the back of referral partners, and the power of them. You don't hear about it out there as much as I feel like you should, which is why I'm wanting to do, you're in my first round of episodes to be recorded, is because referral partners, man, they're hard to get in place. Good ones. They're hard to get in place. I'll give it that. But when you get them in place, dude, you make bank for a decade when you get the right kind of partners in place. And so, while I was doing that, Cory was, I think you were my very first partner rep, I think, weren't you?
I believe I talked you guys into partnering with Infusionsoft at the time when you guys weren't yet, but I converted you as a partner, and then we started getting the ball rolling.
Yeah, Colin Dane, you got me, because before the partners, it was strategic alliances, I think is what it was called, or strategic something. And then you got the partner program, and you're right, you definitely got, because I was not a happy camper to move over to that, because I got better perks on the other one, right? Because whatever. Anyway.
You didn't know me yet. Yeah.
That's actually true. That's actually, because he's a baller. This dude brings it. Like, seriously, you bring it. There's a reason you've been going up so much, right? Anyway, you were my partner up at the time, and you kept getting promoted until I couldn't follow you. I couldn't keep up with you. You just kept going up and up and up until you were basically running, the partner program for another CRM automation platform, to be nameless in podcast. Well, about a year ago, ActiveCampaign calling, because again, they always go out with people when you get a lot of money, they go out and get the best talent in the world. And Cory, when it comes to referral partner channels, this guy's, he's at the top of the list. Okay, so
thank you.
Yeah, I can't even mean you earned it, man. You're a baller. You get it done. So if there really is anyone on the planet who understands the value of having some trusted partners in your corner, it's the man I'm interviewing today, on a podcast today. That'd be Cory. Cory Snyder. You get your last name there, Cory Snyder. Thank you for joining me today. And if you don't mind, just take a few minutes, man, share your story with my audience real quick. So.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I originally started my career in corporate, working, doing sales and things like that, and found small business. Fell into the first organization I started working with, Infusionsoft, now currently known as Keep, I guess you would say.
Worked there for Keep, formerly known as Infusionsoft.
There you go, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
So I through having some good leaderships at the helm, pulled me on over to jump in the risk of SMB, and at that time I think I was a 6 or 7 sales rep, and really found my love for SMB and marketing and CRM and automation and all of those good fun buzzwords that we all fell into 10 plus years ago. So transition there, realized that, I'm a very competitive individual. I love sales. Was really good at it, figured out how to be number one for 4 years straight at that company, and realized I was doing it
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't the guy you were talking to, but my company, we helped, but we were a big part of that. Come on now.
Yes. So it was via partners. So I had a spread of about 2 months almost every single year on the second place person. It was done through partners. It was done through my ability to find people that were great people that I could partner with, that I could make stupid amounts of money for at the same time as making them look really, really good. I prided myself on my job and the ability to keep people, as well as make sure that I'm selling the right type of person and recommending the right product. So I fell into that in the sense of got really good at it, built out my network of about 40 partners of my own generated leads. And eventually Infusionsoft came and said, hey, we're building out this channel specific program. We want you to run it. So they handed me 6 people. I went and hired 6 more. Got a team of 12 that managed affiliates or referral partners to certified partners. So we had 3 specific groups. There's another trusted advisor group that we didn't own. But at that time, we were responsible for half the growth of the company, and it was super exciting. We ended up growing that to a point where we we didn't do affiliates anymore. We had referral partners. We passed that over the direct floor, and we solely owned the certified partner group, which is where Get You Wired and You fell into that equation. And we ended up growing that to a little over 700 partners before I left. And we're directly competing with one-to-one revenue with the other sales floor, which was super exciting.
That was super exciting. And one other piece of that puzzle that I want to throw in there is not only was the certified partner channel tripping, I think, 40, 50, 60%, depending on the month of the total revenue, by the way, total revenue, new sales revenue, but the attrition rate, right? The churn rate for partners was
about a point lower.
What's that?
It was about a point lower than that's the benefit, I would say, of most channels. If you build it right, you should have a point or more lower in regards to your churn. So if you're at a 3% churn, channel should be 2%. Cost of acquisition should be another thing. We were about half of the cost of acquisition as well, because we didn't have to pump out a ton of marketing. At that point in time, we had a solid product that brought in the interest. And so we were doing mostly outbound. And we had a team that was really working with the agencies to find out what works for them from an expansion to a new business side. And so we were a very lean, but very cost effective channel for.
Yeah, beast mode, man. I'm telling you, it was fun to be a part of that, man. It was fun.
Oh yeah,
fun. You know what I mean? So, all right. Well, let's dive off into this. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, the first thing I want to talk about is let's define what the hell referral partner means. If you haven't noticed, there's a whole lot of gurus out there talking right now. So strategic alliances, it's 50 different names. So just how do you define? I'm going to add my definition, but how do you define what is a referral partner to Cory, an active campaign?
Yeah, and I think I've been in the industry for about 12 years, specifically on the side of channel, doing resellers, working with referral partners and affiliates and things like that. There's VAR, there's resellers, strategic alliances, influencer, super affiliate. There's all kinds of words out there. Really, for me, the way that you define that relationship is how you define the program. We can dive into that a little bit later, but ultimately, to me, an affiliate is somebody that does one simple thing: generates leads. That's it.
There's no relationship there. All they're doing is putting they're getting paid. That's all they're doing.
Free trials. Most of those affiliates are people that are doing comparison websites, active campaign, and so on and so forth. That was our top affiliate in the last organization and the current organization. Referral partners is more of a warm one-to-one transfer. So they're potentially getting paid a little bit more because they're generating the actual warm lead. So it goes from a trial.
They're absorbing something like that, the customer acquisition cost. Yeah.
You got it. So they go from a trial, which is not qualified, to then a qualified lead or prospect, right? They've at least vetted it at one point in time, and now they're bringing it to you saying, Lee, meet John, John, meet Lee, da-da-da-da-da. And that's the ecosystem I built when I was in sales, was that referral relationship. I created an email template that I gave every single one of my partners and said, fill this out, make it stupid simple for you, because that was the key to success, was how do I make it stupid simple for you, so that way at the end of the day, it's not going to be at the forefront of your minds. What confuses, what I think people think is like, I'm going to launch this partner program and all of a sudden we're going to make, well, at the end of the day, you are a very, very small piece of the overall revenue generation of that company. You have to remember that. So your goal is, how do I keep you at the forefront of your minds? First and foremost is like being a decent human being is definitely a benefit, right? Being able to have conversations and do those things allows you to have that relationship with that referral partner, which will then refer you qualified leads. And I had you and 30 to 40 others that would send me emails every single month. John made Cory, Cory made John.
Oh, yeah.
This is what John does. This is what Cory does. I'll let you two take it from here. And I crushed it. But,
I love seeing you were a closer, dude. I mean, closer. So badass.
Yeah. So I made you look good, and I got my partner's money, right? And the money was, majority of the time, money was least of the benefits. It was making them look good. I was a trusted person. They were trusting me with this lead, with this prospect, with this referral, and I needed to make you look good. Whether it was a yes, you should buy it, or a no, here's what I recommend. Here's another solution you should start with. So that would be my definition of a referral partner, is somebody that brings you warm leads.
I think our definition is about identical. I've dumbified mine a little further. I've dumbified it a little bit further because I've had a little more time to think on it. You know, just because, meaning I had to dumbify it to my audience. You know, you're working a little bit higher level on. So anyway, but for me, this is what it is. You know, like you were saying, affiliate. Okay, there's no skin on the game on either side.
Correct.
You go to the website, you log in, you get a link for whatever product they're offering, you go put it on your website. Done. You might get a check. You might not get a check. Hey, this depends on your promotion. Referral partners are completely different. You're both actually representing each other's brands. Okay?
Yes.
Don't underestimate the power of that. Whenever you become a referral partner for Active Campaign or for me or for whoever, Get You Wired or whoever, you're representing that brand. That's a much higher level relationship, meaning that there is communication and respect going both ways. And they're also absorbing some of the customer acquisition costs. Bless you. They're absorbing some of the customer acquisition cost. There's open dialogue back and forth. And ultimately, and the way I define it is that it's a two-way street. You're both paying money to get in front of the same target audience. What you're doing is you're sharing resources and sharing brands.
Yes.
In a nutshell, right? So, and that's the difference. You know, and then you got you got strategic partnerships, which are completely different. It's a completely different thing that usually has around like resources and things like that. That's not a lot of times on the service. I mean, the sales side.
Yeah, and influence, size of influence. You know, that determines, you know, a lot of things in regards to how you compensate and all kinds of stuff.
It gets pretty complicated after that double five position, so it gets very complicated. So okay, great.
Yep.
Got that defined. Referral partners, and the way I like them long term. I don't like short. You know, most I define referral partners as somebody we're going to be working with for years, hopefully, decades, hopefully, right? So we both got skin in the game. We both are paying money to get in front of the same target audience, and we both have the intent to make sure this is a long-term, profitable relationship. That's how I define referral partners, and it sounds like I think we're both pretty much in alignment on that. So, number 2 question, ready? How do referral partners help Active Campaign succeed in an unbelievably competitive market and is getting 10 times competitor, even more competitive every single. There's a new CRM coming online. I swear to you, seems like every damn day the past years. So how are partners helping? You know, give me like 2-3 specific ideas of what partners are, how they're helping you.
Well, quickly, I'll just give you the lay of the land. We have 2 programs currently for the most part. We have an affiliate program, again, generates leads, trials, and then we have a what we call reseller program. So value-added resellers, things like that. So the way that those 2 programs benefit each other, and I'll break them down for you very, very easily, is the affiliate program. We have, at the end of the day, we have an incredible sales floor that knows what they're talking about. That's first and foremost, like being able to have educated staff that can speak to the prospect, can dial in the information and actually convert the customer based on the needs of that customer, right? Without selling them something they shouldn't need. I think the second thing is when we give them content, we have just shifted our the way of thinking our affiliate program initially, which I think we had people trying to manage those individuals and all that good stuff, and we came at it from a sales perspective. An affiliate program should not come, my opinion, should not come from a sales perspective. These individuals should be presented from a marketing direction, and the reason why is because they're pumping out content all the time. So why would you not align them to the marketing department, which would then pump out content, which then drives those leads to your direct floor? And it's the same attribution and the same process as any other lead that comes in, right? So it's just all it is just a different source of which that lead is coming in. So the way that we make it super beneficial for them is, one is we've made a very solid product to represent. It's clean, UI is good, right? It's a pretty product, but more importantly, it works. We also are positioning ourselves for CX automation, which is customer experience automation, which is a little bit different than I think the rest of the world over the last 10 years is focused on marketing automation and so on and so forth. So the reason why I think we have one of the most successful affiliate programs out there is, one, we pay really well. We pay up to 30% commission for honestly little to no risk. I mean, they're out there putting out these review sites and things like that. First and foremost, they make a good amount of money. Two, we have an incredible sales floor that is super knowledgeable on all of our products. And then three, at the end of the day, we also we have an entire team that does upselling and expansion on those customers. So to me, that's an easy way of making it successful. And you have the reseller side. And the reseller side, I mean, at the end of the day, that's successful because, again, we have a product that is solid, that our resellers can actually go and represent and resell for us. And they don't mind tying themselves to us as an agency reselling the solution.
Yeah, no. I mean, you really, I hate to say it, but it's kind of like dating or marriage. You really do kind of, you establish a relationship that you're going to be, in bed with them for a while. And, you're going to see the good, the bad, and the ugly kind of thing, right? But that's okay. You got to kind of go through that. And that happens a lot. I know that happened at Infusionsoft, where shit broke all the time. You know what I'm saying? But we stuck through it, and it turned out to be a good deal. I'm sure that happens over there. It happens everywhere. So it's
software. It's made of code.
Thank you very much. I will also tell you that whenever you're looking to kind of stabilize cash flow, just strictly from an agency perspective, getting into a proven and solid referral partner program, the checks we got from Infusionsoft every month, I'm not going to get into the details, but they were pretty stout. You know what I mean? I'm sure you saw, you feed a few families very, very, very handsomely, you know what I'm saying? So
yes.
5 figures and, plus it was nice. It didn't suck at all. You know what I'm talking about? But it takes a while. I mean, you got to sell I don't know how many apps. My God, we were averaging 200-300 apps a year, I think, for a while, weren't we?
Yep.
I mean, I don't know how many that ended up being total, but it turned out, it didn't upset me at all getting that check every month from me at all. But let's take my next thing is, we talked a lot about leads and things like that. But in a referral partner relationship, it can provide services. You can help them for companies who provide services. And I don't want to focus on this too much because, man, at Infusionsoft, it kind of came out to where a lot of the partners were like, just give me leads, give me leads. And I want to preface this right now. A partner relationship does not mean that one partner is going to constantly give you leads all the time. That is not how this works, okay?
I would agree.
It's a two-way street, but it is a huge value add whenever you can get out there and say, I'm a partner with Active Campaign, have been for a few years, and say that, I'm a certified partner, I've sold 50 apps, and I can service this as well. Now you're going to get a $50,000 contract or $200,000. I bet my agency on this. We had 50, 60, 70 active projects a month. Okay. Knowing 6 project managers. Are you kidding me? We would sell, every month our 20 or 30 or whatever, however many apps we sold that month, inevitably, almost without like clockwork. Okay. I don't know the exact numbers, 30, 40, 50% of them were like, hey, can you do this for me? Right. So we got the Kickstarter or the upfront, the setup fee money, right? We get the monthly residuals. Then we get into a high-end, a specialized implementation contract. So I wanted to talk a little bit about not only that can it provide leads, but how it can really help to expand their service base in an agency, right? So do you have any input on that?
Yeah, and I would say now we're transitioning into a different program, right? At that point in time, it's out of referral and it's more of a reseller, a certification, an agency, what we like to call them. Yeah. And the reason why is because as soon as you start taking on services, then that changes all of the additional benefits of the program, right? So you're mentioning like the marketplace or the directory. Yeah. I mean, consider Infusionsoft, Active Campaign, whatever, right? Active Campaign, 90,000 to 100,000 customers, let's say, right? If there's that many customers and you're an agency, given that Active Campaign doesn't offer upfront services, there's tons of opportunity to help customers on Active Campaign.
Do the math. Let's just say 100,000 customers, just for easy math. We don't know the exact.
Yeah, easy math.
And you got 1,000 partners. That's not pretty simple math, buddy. That's about 100 people per partner. Obviously, you're not going to get off. That's not how it works. But I mean, if you go get 10% of that, you got. You got to understand that's easy math. It's like going to your. It's like having a lot of big fish in a little bitty pond. You know what I mean? And ain't nobody else. It's that's a redneck analogy, if you don't mind kind of humor a little bit.
No,
but it's true. I mean, it really helps. It really helps open up your service offerings. And whenever, and like especially at UD Wired, we became known. We were, it was us and I think one other agency out there that really kind of, if you wanted to get the best of the best, it was us or at the time, when I was running it, one other agency. I think there's another couple that's popped up since then. I'm not really sure.
Yep.
But if you wanted to get a shot at winning, the Ultimate Marketer of the Year, whatever, there was basically one or two companies you could go to, right? And one of my clotheslines used to be, dude. I probably won't ever do this again, but they used to try to haggle on the prices at the end of the close call. I bet, yeah. Well, stop. We do not negotiate on price at all. There's only one question here. That is not whether or not you want to hire us. I already know you want to hire us. It's can you afford us? So go back to your offices and figure it out. Can you afford us? If you can, give us a call back. Let's get going. If you can't, you have a great day. I've got 4 or 5 other people that I can get you in touch with, right? So where I'm going with that is this, is that we niched out into that platform. We became the best, one of the best, if not the best in the world at implementing, making that platform do amazing things. We became known for that. We became the influencers, the subject matter experts. We were on waiting list. Dude, we would be on a waiting list for months sometimes. I don't know if you knew that or not, but actually we would be on a waiting list. We would ask people to pay us $1,000 non-refundable security deposit to get on our waiting list.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that.
Not a bad place to be. You know what I mean? Not a bad place. And that's how these kind of referral partnerships can really change the game for agencies out there. Is 1, definitely you get leads. 2, you get the street cred. 3, you get this massive user base that needs help. And so you got an instant client base built in, basically, when you get into this kind of scenario.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest issues that we face with agencies, and this actually applies to customers as well, is they don't implement some of the easiest things you can implement, which is like you don't need necessarily this massive partner program. Obviously, this is you don't need this huge, like you have different tierings and everything else. At the end of the day, step 1, start with a customer referral program. Stupid simple. It's a simple website that says I give you this much for a conversion of a customer. Start there. Get an understanding of like who has the customers you want, and then at that point in time you can start then creating a program that is pertinent to the actual person that has the customers you want. If it's a specific vertical, then you go find it. With all of the agencies that I worked with, I would basically ask them, what vertical do you want to go in? I want to go into real estate. Great. Who's the top influencer in that industry, that vertical? Because at the end of the day, in my opinion, you have 2 ways of accessing a vertical. You go in there, your own organic, hardcore, make it happen, or you access somebody that's already been doing it. Either way, there's going to be some different nuances. But at the end of the day, first and foremost, just start a customer referral program. Get that out there. Stupid simple to do. You can automate it depending on the solution that you use, the platform that you use. And then 2, if you are in a vertical, start looking at who else is speaking in that vertical. Now, again, it could be where I use the term influencer. This is somebody that has a following, somewhat of a Kool-Aid effect, if you will.
The Herald.
That has a list, right? And we're not talking like Tony Robbins kind of stuff. We're talking, other individuals that are speaking to that audience that potentially put on events and things like that you can reach out to and say, I'd love to partner with. The number one, the guy that competed against you guys at Infusionsoft, the number one reseller, if you will, of Infusionsoft at that time was in Brazil. And the reason why he crushed it was because he went out and he found 100 people total, technically, that were what he considered his referral partners. These people were individuals that were either influencers or just in an SMB space that he could build a relationship with. There's of the 100, about 30 of them were considered active, which is pretty normal, 70-30. 70% of your revenue comes from 30% of your partners. But anyways, going off on this tangent and ramble, understand first and foremost, get a customer referral program out there and start researching who else is in your space that isn't necessarily selling the solution, but is representing this group.
That's kind of where I didn't mean to interrupt there. That's kind of where I wanted to take this. Is like, and this is what I always coach, because we got to bring this down a couple of notches. You're building. He's got $100 million from somebody. You guys are playing at a different level than a lot of my agencies are. So one, I want to clarify like 2 things. SMB, small to medium business. If you didn't know, okay, just let you know. When he's saying verticals, same thing as what I'm saying niching. Okay, so it's the same thing. And anyway, so it's a semantics, but same damn thing. Okay, so, but to your point, I was going to ask you, my last question to you is, if you're going to give one piece of advice to them, And you just gave that. Actually, just do it. Start, right? Just go out there and do it. Just do it.
Yeah. Don't try to be right.
Don't try to be right. Dude, you're going to be wrong at first, way too often. Just understand those are stepping stones, because every time you fail, you know not to do that again. So just put it over there. Don't do it again. You only got 4 options left. You're going to get it right 1 out of the 4 times. Just keep going. So at the end of the day, just do it. And how you do it is this. Find people who are paying money to get in front of your target audience. They're already doing it. They're out there. There are publications, there are speakers, there are conferences, there are associations, nonprofits, magazines. The list goes on and on. Hell, Greg Harrelson, he was his damn real estate agent. No, I'm afraid that. He ain't just nothing. He was selling 2,000 homes. He's what's called a super agent, right? And just by him by doing that, everybody was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? God, he is getting asked for his system constantly, and we just became the service provider of it, right? And so long story short is that find people who are paying to get in front of your target audience. Buy them dinner, invite them on your podcast, or do what you got to do, right? And that's how it works. It's not, don't overthink it, and expect failure. Expect failure. Expect failure to be the stepping stone. So,
yeah, if you don't put it out there, you're never going to get it, right? And so that's the whole concept with anything. I mean, when I launch a program with an organization, I always look at I'm going to make tweaks a year down the road.
Oh yeah,
that's guaranteed. I'm going to make tweaks a year down the road. My goal,
if you're doing it right,
my goal is. If I refresh a program, so if I kind of look at it from a perspective of, all right, we're going into V2 now, my goal is to not have to change it for 3 years, right? And so I'm looking at it, taking history and things like that. With agencies, and I've worked with hundreds of thousands of agencies over the last 10 years. I would help them build out their go-to-market strategy. And every single of 3 go-to-market strategies that I worked with them on, try to keep those blinders on, of one of the 3 was always partnerships. It was always something about tapping into, finding somebody else that has a list you can tap into that you guys can work together with.
And I'm going to say this one last thing, and then I'm going to shut up, and I want you to put the final closing on this thing. Make sure you do a very shameless plug for you. Okay, just make sure you do that. I'm going to wrap this up with this with J. Conrad Levinson. I don't know if you remember. I got invited to go speak down there a lot of times. It kind of got me going in the David Fagans and the Colin Damies. Remember those? Oh, yeah. Some OGs right there going way back, right? And I was like, what was that? Good God, man, we're getting old, man. What was it, 10, 11 years ago? Anyway.
It was 2008, 9.
Yeah, 2008, 2009. And so long story short is this, is that I got mentored by J. Conrad Levinson, the father of guerrilla marketing. Probably, if there's a few single moments in somebody's life that can really change the trajectory, that was probably one of them. He breaks down super complex marketing ideas into simple statements, and this was one of them. Yep. He's like, Lee, think about it like this. He's like, if you go out there and you start working with IBM, and then you turn around, okay, and you go say, hey, I'm working with IBM, everybody in the world's going to work with you, because if you're good enough to work with IBM, you're good enough to work with me, right? So find those influencers, the people with the clout, and the referral partners that have your target audience. And what happens is a lot of the positioning elements and the respect that they've got, the influencer status that they've got, actually transfers to you. It really does. Just through osmosis kind of thing, right? But so, hey, listen, I'm representing Infusionsoft or ActiveCampaign or this influencer. Insert, the respected position or title or name or whoever it was. And all of a sudden, oh, great. If you're good enough to work with Cory, you're good enough to work with me.
Yep.
And that's a big part of that. So if you're having a problem getting what I call positioning elements to where, people see you, you're charging the 30, 40, 50 bucks an hour and you're sick of it and you want to get up to that 100, 120, 25 an hour, this is how you do it. You specialize into a CRM like ActiveCampaign. You get that ActiveCampaign partner badge on your site. You get some success stories under your belt, and that's how I built my first multiple 7-figure agency and sold it. And that's how you can do it with yours out there with referral partners. And now I'm going to shut up. To the best of my ability, take it home, Cory.
Yeah, I would agree with you 100%. We recommend our partners don't charge anything less than $250 an hour. Yeah. At the agency level, in a sense of you are the owner, you could get up and this might sound ridiculous, and it was shocking for a lot of people that heard it, but we had a couple people in our group that were charging up to $600 an hour because they were the experts. They had gone through this. They'd experienced the growth. So that's from, I would say, and also from the other end is like, who do you partner with, right? So when you look at an agent perspective and new platform, you really want to pick a platform that meets your needs, specifically your customers' needs and your needs. So the program has to fit. You never want a program to determine how you should transact with your customers. You'll see over the next 2 months with Active Campaigns Partner Program, here's the shameless plug, is we are focused on agencies. We are focused on that specific profile. We know how to grow them. I've been doing this again for 12 years, done this for 3 different organizations and consulted 4 or 5 others. So I'm building the team and I'm building the infrastructure and I'm building that partner journey, if you will, to match that. So we can actually work with you on go-to-market strategies and partner with people like you, Lee, who can add value to our ecosystem as well. And so we are over the next 6 months going to be pumping a ton of knowledge, a ton of expertise, and rethinking how this information should be shared with agencies, from here's a white paper to more video documentation. So it's going to be super exciting. But yeah, we're building an epic program and it's only going to get better for our agents.
Oh my gosh, it's just getting started. I really, there's something big you're going to be announcing in a couple of weeks. Not going to say it. Super excited about it. You actually started talking about it very briefly at DAX in September. And I guess you made the money. You got the money now. So now you can go, right? So I'm super excited about it. So where I'm going with that is that if you are looking for one hell of a company to help you become, get, like I said, some of that positioning, some of that mailbox money, some of those high money contracts like that, Active Camp, Cory Snyder is somebody else. He's a hat rack I'll put my hat on. Another countryism. See,
nice.
But he's a good guy right here, and he's developing a world-class program over there. And Active Campaigns is just a good place to go hang your agency on. So, Cory, I got to get to running, man. I got another interview here in a little bit. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Time out. I know you're super busy. So anything else you want to leave with the audience before we go?
No, appreciate the time and opportunity.
Yeah, man. No doubt. I'll be talking to you shortly. Okay.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Cory. Bye.
Hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And of course, let's get you over to the next episode. If you have not already, make sure to subscribe to my podcast. And if you are not following us on YouTube or in our private Facebook group, make sure to get over there and check those out as well. And of course, we're also always available at marketingagencycoach.com. Look forward to seeing you in all those channels. And I hope you're having a wonderful day.